Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Angeli here. I'm here to talk you through what it looks like to play your scales in the audition. So once you walk into the room and grab a seat, get settled in, I'm going to ask you, what tempo do you want to play your scales at? And you should be able to give me that tempo. For many of you, it's going to be 60. That's the slowest tempo that you can play your scales at. After you give me your tempo, I'm going to say, please let me know when you're ready to play. So once you're ready, you're going to say, I'm ready. And at that point, I'm going to start the metronome and you're going to be able to start your scales. So again, pretty simple. Once you sit down, I'm going to say, what tempo do you want to play your scales at? You answer. Then I'm going to say, please let me know when you're ready. And when you are, you say, I'm ready. And then you're going to play all three of your major scales once the metronome starts. Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Angeli, and I'm here to talk you through what to think in your head when you start playing your major scales for your audition. So as a reminder, once you've sat down, I'm going to ask you what tempo you'd like to play your scales at. Then I'm going to ask you to let me know once you're ready to go. Once you say you're ready, I'm going to start the metronome. So now you're going to start that toe tap going. So you would think tap, 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 then count 1 and a 2 and a ready, play. Da. So what I'm going to do again is give myself time to do a toe tap to lock in my tempo. Then I'm going to think the first part of my scales rhythms. Then I'm going to remind myself, ready, play, so that I start right on beat 1. So again, it's going to sound like this. Let's start our toe tap. Tap, tap, tap. Now think. 1 and a 2 and a ready, play. Da. Let's try that now all together. We're going to play all three of our major scales. Hi everybody. We're going to practice exactly what it'll be like when you come in to play your major scales. So I'm going to be asking questions and pausing so you can practice giving a response. And then I'll start the metronome and I'll play through those major scales so that you can play along. Now keep in mind, I'm only going to play 1 octave right now for each major scale, but some of you might have 2. So you may need to stop the video and then practice the rest on your own after I'm finished asking the questions. Here we go. What tempo would you like to play your scales at? Please let me know when you are ready to go. Remember, I'm going to toe tap now. Tap, tap, tap. Now I'm thinking 1 and a 2 and a ready, play. Now I start getting ready for my next scale. All right, so I'm going to take a second to do that. My toe tap, 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 tap. Now I think 1 and a 2 and a ready, play. So once again, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to think before I play my next scale. Tap, 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 think. 1 and a 2 and a ready, play. Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Angeli again, here to talk you through the chromatic scale part of your audition. After you've played your major scales, I'll stop the metronome and then we'll move on to that chromatic scale. The first question I'm going to ask you is, which scale are you playing? Scale A, scale B, or scale C? For many of you, that might just be scale A, which is our easiest scale. After you let me know which scale you've selected, I'm going to ask you what tempo you'd like to play that scale at. You may say 72. That is the slowest you can play your chromatic scale. But if you have it faster, let me know a faster tempo. Once you've given me your tempo, I'm going to ask you to let me know when you are ready. And when you are, you're going to say, I'm ready. Then I'll start the metronome and you'll begin playing. So again, after you're done with your major scales, I'll ask you which chromatic scale that you are playing, A, B, or C. Then I'll ask you what tempo you'd like to play it at. And finally, I'll ask you to let me know when you're ready. And then you'll start playing once the metronome begins. Hi everyone, let's practice our chromatic scale as if we're sitting in the audition. Now, as a reminder, when you come in to play this scale, you are going to hear 8 clicks from the metronome once you tell me you're ready. During those 8 clicks, you want to tap your toe and then think, and then you'll start playing. It's going to be like this. Tap, 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 1 and 2 and ready, play, and da. One more time, it's going to sound like this. Tap, 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 1 and 2 and ready, play, and da. So now let's practice it as if we were in the audition. I'm going to ask you the questions and leave you time to respond. Are you playing scale A, B, or C? What tempo would you like to play your chromatic scale at? Please let me know when you are ready to play. Tap, 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 1 and 2 and ready, play. Oh.